What's going on, guys? My name is Korvie, and today I'm back with a Rainbow Six Siege video, and this is how to play hard support in an unranked match as an example. I'm going to be pausing throughout the video and giving tips for a smoke thermite main or someone who's trying to learn how to play hard support. So we are on Oregon, and we're starting at the kids' dorms main hall site, and I'm playing smoke. So the first thing you want to do as a smoke player is set up your rotationals. So for this site, you want to set up your rotation into attic, and then also make sure you set up that opening the hatch. So if you're pressured, you can always drop down the hatch and flank up either of the staircases. Reinforcing that back wall is actually very, very important. And then also deployable shield or barbed wire, depending on what your team needs. I like the deployable shield because deployable shields are really good. And then also set up this little angle where you can see all the way under the balcony, and then this angle to deny plants inside of that room right there. Also, you can set this up if you want to for taking out players in armory in a long angle, but that's not necessary. Deployable shield placement is fine anywhere. We're going to go ahead and skip ahead a little bit. I just basically sit in attic the whole time. Don't get any action. Don't over peek anything. You are the backbone of this team, and your operator gadget gets better throughout the round. So just stay alive, and then also, since you are the support player, you need to be calling out where people are for your team. So the next round we won, so we cannot go there again. So we went to the basement, set up the rotate hole from supply to closet. That's a big one. Reinforcing that back wall is also very important, but there we didn't actually have a reinforcement there for this round, which is difficult. I like the smoke spot here, but you can also play right in the inside of freezer where I'm about to aim. That's a good spot as well. So I just basically sit in my spot until someone challenges me. As a defender, you don't have to go out and peek and swing on everything. Let them come to you. So this wall opened with about 1:30 left. It's a 4v5. We're not in the greatest position. I still have all three canisters as one player on our team evens it out. I decided to use the first one so I can't get pressured from that side for a little bit of time, 10 seconds. And then I go for a peek here, a wall bangs through the wall. Nothing comes to it. We lose another player in that engagement, though. I try to use the second smoke to slow down that push there. We lose another teammate, and then I get caught in a very awkward situation, and this guy's going crazy with the prone angles. So we lose that fight, and we end up losing the round in that 1v2 situation scenario. Next we go kitchen, and I actually really like Maestro on kitchen. You can set up two rotationals, one here and one later out in the round for you. And Maestro cameras, I'm not really sure what the greatest cameras are for that site. Both of mine got taken out from Thatcher EMPs anyway. So this is the other rotational you can do if you want to sit in here. Stuff escalates pretty quickly here. See there's already 2 dead people with still a ton of time on the clock. I like to keep this unreinforced and this unreinforced for potential wall bangs, but it just doesn't work out here. They put a lot of pressure on me, and then they open that wall, And then they start pressuring me from the barricades because that other wall is also open, which is not great. And we lose all of our anchors in the other site. I get shot from the side there, and I'm forced to rotate. Thank goodness there's smoke there because I would have died immediately. And there's nowhere else I could have gone if I went back into that 90 hallway. The Thatcher would have been waiting for me. I just decided to go prone here and just try to hit some shots, but it's not going to do much, and the plant is going to go down. In this scenario, I just needed to try to get one pick because I'm going to die. I try to get the flick on, and if I stayed alive for like a second longer, he would have been dead, and we would have been looking at a 2v1. But since that didn't happen, and IQ hit a nice shot on me, it's a 2v1 post-plant. Now, thank goodness for us, he clutched it, as we called out that he was on the stairs, and he hit a nice shot. He didn't go kill thirsty, which is good. Make sure you had plenty of time left on the defuse to get it done. And they were up 2-1. But now we go on the harder part, the attack. So of course I go thermite, ask for a Thatcher, and pick up the diffuser. Now they're going basement first actually, so we're gonna have to be opening up this wall in blue is what I prefer to use my thermite charges on. And you see we have a Maverick go up top and try to get the hatches, but he ends up getting picked off anyway. Drone it out, but then we hear that the Jaeger shot out my camera, so he's over there somewhere. Thatcher gets in a little engagement and wins it. So we're up 5-4, but still, we still have to do a lot of steps. I asked my Thatcher to throw in an EMP so we can get the wall open. And now the wall is open with only 1 minute off the clock, so that's very good timing there, but we still don't have control upstairs in meeting. And if we were a 5-stack, I was just solo queuing just for the purpose of this video, I would have been droning out that Maverick and we would have had double clear roamers in a more coordinated team. But instead, we kind of just filed in one by one, and that's what happens right there. The Yana gets picked off, which is not too good because now it's a 4v4 in their favor. Even though there's still a minute 30 seconds left, they don't have to do anything. They're all in really good spots right now. They still got their smoke and mute shotgun SMG-11 duo. They still got a Wamai who's still getting discs. I decided to go for the opening on that wall to put a little more pressure on the player over there. I believe it was the Wamai. I hit some shots on the smoke, but he just does the smart thing, as smoke players should do. He just doesn't peek it again for the rest of the round. I'm actually thinking that he's going to peek it for like the whole round, because he could have gotten me a few times when I went to go look for the Rook, who was in that closet. And we lose, by the way, in that process, we lose the Thatcher. And the smoke just doing the good thing, not peeking it, and boom, there's a 2v4, 50 seconds left. Pretty much unwinnable in the spots that we're in right now, especially with Gridlock being on the other side of the map. He is going to get a pick, and I'm actually able to move in to closet. He calls out that I should plant and pings it. Or actually, I don't think he pinged it, but he told me where to plant, so I trusted him to cover me. And I make my way over there in a few seconds, go through the rotate hole, and watch this. Me thinking I'm going to get the plan off, and right at like 0.02 seconds, I get shut down. The plan is not down. There's 5 seconds left. Somehow he was able to get 2 kills, but then is immediately traded off by the Wamai who was hiding in the corner. And a good defense from them, but they got a little peak thirsty at the end and almost cost them the round. If there was more intel, the Gridlock could have won that. So now they're going upstairs. I go on a rappel. I hit some shots on the Jaeger, but it's not a good engagement for me. I lose 57 HP in the process, but thanks to not the greatest mute placements, I'm able to drone out master, which is a big thing. And our job now with Thermite Thatcher is to open the master bedroom wall. I try to burn ADS here. So the ADS is now burned in that room. And I go in for the rappel. I take out the barbed wire safely. and then I go back on my drone. I drone in just to make sure no one is in master, which no one is, but Jaeger is in trophy, right outside of trophy, but I know that he's not going to just swing that. So I go in, and I get the wall open, coordinate to my Thatcher to get out of there, and boom, wall opened, but we start losing players left and right. Is now a 3-on-5. And I'm at low HP, so this is not looking good at all. I do switch sites. I switched to a holographic because I know the site that they're going to be, and I hit that shot. So now it's a 3-on-4. But our Thatcher gets traded off immediately. It's a 2v4. That Capcan was just sitting in the middle of the room. Got that kill. And now it's not a good situation, even though it is a 2v3. It is winnable. But the Dokkaebi is on the other side of the map and is going to try to come in. And then you'll see later, she's just meleeing a castle barricade aimlessly and gets taken out by someone from below. Now I get lit up by someone there. Make sure you don't just run out there. You pre-fire it because you could have gotten the kill if you peeked again. So there goes the Dokkaebi who is meleeing the castle barricade. So I was thinking he might tear down the back castle barricade and come in. But luckily for them, he doesn't. And then I have 10 seconds left. So I just go kill hunting. I know I have to get the guy from below because he could just shoot me from below. So I get him. And I turn the corner into a shotgun blast. Pretty unwinnable situation. 5 seconds left with that shotgun right there, right up in my face. And an 8-cog still on the board. It looked like it was pretty unwinnable. Even though I did have diffuser, I just turned right into my fate. Now, playing support is hard, and it's a lot of droning, a lot of work, and you could get discouraged by getting no kills, but it's not flashy being support. Support is all about supporting your team so they can get the kills. A lot of people make fun of support players, especially in Pro League. People that don't understand when they go like 3-7, it's kind of their job to drone for like 2 minutes and then basically go for a suicide plant a lot of the times, relying on their teammates to cover, which usually doesn't happen. They get killed by C4 or whatever. Now, if you guys want to watch a very good support player, Kamikaze on Ninjas in Pajamas is a very good support player who also gets a lot of kills. He's one of the only ones that I could think of right now that go positive like at least 40% of the time. So now we're going to be attacking kitchen. And of course we need a thermite here. If Thatcher is banned, there is a trick where you can still get the wall open without even having a Maverick if you go above. And Ella knows that. And she's just going to be sitting above as now. Sorry for a little bit of buffering there. She's just going to be sitting above. And I'm opening this, and I'm not peeking it. But then IQ is going to peek it in a little bit and get demolished. I know I heard those shots from upstairs, so I'm like, okay, I'm not going to peek that. She peeks that and dies, but then we get a trade-off. But it is the Jaeger and not the Ella, so the Ella is still upstairs. And she's in that back room. So we need to clear her out if we're going to do anything. Go for a little bit of a pre-fire, but it's not going to do much. Thatcher's going to rotate over there, and we're going to try to pinch this Ella. I'm going to hold this angle, and then this is the best timing ever. He walks by right now, right as I pull out a flash nade, but thank goodness I'm still able to win that fight. Even though I had the flashbang out, but then he's gonna die. He doesn't call out where he was, and I had no idea where he got killed from because he was like vaulting over the edge, so I don't know. Then Thatcher starts droning. He doesn't say anything, so I still have no idea where that Wamai was. I also hear shots from the bandit. and the rook, so I really have nothing to do right now. So I decided to rotate over and get hatch. It is soft, but I'm not. I don't think Thatcher had breeding charges. I don't bother asking because I still have 2 extra thermal charges. I'm gonna go ahead and pop one here. Missed opportunity there, and there goes Thatcher on bottom of white stairs. It's now 2v3 with 50 seconds, and it's looking like the match is going to be over. Now, we still have the fuser in hand, but we also have a fuse on the board somewhere. I'm not sure where. He's going to die in a few seconds, and it's going to be a 1v3. So now that he's dead, it's a 1v3 with 30 seconds remaining. Smart play by them. None of them are peeking the hatch. I do see a gun barrel or a foot here in a second. But then he decides not to peek it, so I just have to go for a wall bang. And there's 2 of them over there. I take a lot of damage, but I'm going to have to rotate. I can't just drop down that hatch. It'll be an easy can of fodder for anyone there. One is detected outside, so if I can get these 2 kills, then it's possible for me to win this. I go in for the pistol, but Rick finishes me off. If I was able to get that kill, I would have had to go immediately into a plant, which wouldn't have been the worst thing, because I could have killed him. Then the other enemy was detected outside, so he would have to come through this area here. And I could have planted in this corner right here and possibly gotten a post-plant situation. Then maybe been able to go back up the stairs and onto the hatch. But that was a long shot because I would still have to beat out this rook with a pistol, which would be a very hard task. Now, thank you all for watching. I will be doing more walkthroughs on how to play support because that is what I play on my main account, Ranked Squad. And it's a lot of work to do support. I usually drone for about 2 out of 3 minutes every round, just droning in, giving my team intel. And yeah, thank you all for watching and take care.